Okay. First, if your witness is online, yes, ma'am. Just the witness is Chigo with the book. Yes, ma'am. And she also represents the first defendant. For the first defendant. What's that position? Human resource business partnership. And also it's like I use something limited. What date is on the declaration? It is dated 3rd day of May 2025. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Mr.
Echo.
Jaffa.
Yes, I can hear you, ma'am, but there's an echo. It's the whole back. Sure where that is, but I can hear you.
No, let me mute that. So you are about to give evidence in this matter. You have to be sworn on an oath. Do you want to swear by the Bible, Quran, or affirm?
By the Bible.
Do you have a Bible there?
Yes, I do.
So you repeat after the registrar.
Okay.
So unmute yourself.
Okay, ma.
Yes.
Repeat after me, ma.
Yes,
I.
please.
You mentioned your name before.
I, Chibuzo Ejiofor,
Swear in the name of Almighty God
swear in the name of the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give in this case
that the evidence I shall give in this case
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Sit down so that you can ask. Your pictures.
Please, there's a hall back again, please.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Could you please tell this court your name, your address, and your occupation?
My name is Chibuzo Ejiofor. My address is plot 125 Transamadi Layout, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. I am the HR business partner for Baker Hughes Company Limited.
My lord wants to know if that address is where you live.
So that's my work address.
My lord, she says it's her work
Business
address. Okay. Tell us your address where you live, your residential address.
My residential address is number 20 Ivy Lane, Pearl Gardens Estate, Port Harcourt, Rivers State.
Can you repeat that?
My home address is number 20 Ivy Lane, IVY, Ivy Lane, Pearl Gardens Estate, Port
Pearl
Harcourt.
Gardens?
Pearl Garden, yes. Pearl Gardens Estate. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Mr. Joffer, you address the court as my lord, not ma'am. Is that understood?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Do you recall making deposing to a witness statement on oath before this court on the 23rd day of May, 2025?
Yes, I do.
Right. And if you see a copy of that deposition, would you be able to recognize it?
Yes, I will.
Is this a copy of the deposition you made before this court on the 23rd day of May, 2025?
Yes, it is.
And what would you want this court to do with your deposition?
I'd like this honorable court to adopt the witness statement on oath and dismiss
You want them
the
to adopt it as your
claimant's-
evidence?
Yes, I'd like for the Honorable Court to adopt it as an evidence, my witness statement on oath as an evidence. Yes, that is correct.
All right. My lord, I don't know if we should tender the witness statement on oath or if
No,
we should
use the file copy.
ask the court, please. I'm most grateful. Okay, Mrs. Ejiofor, in paragraph 4 of your witness statement on oath, you referred to a certificate of incorporation of Baker Hughes Company Limited. And also in paragraph 5 of your witness statement on oath, you refer to another document, which is a copy of the search results on Baker Hughes GE Company Nigeria. Take a look at these documents. The first one is a certified true copy of the certificate of incorporation. The second one is a copy of the search results on Baker Hughes GE Company Nigeria. Are these the documents you were referring to? This is
Please, could you move it a bit closer? Yeah.
this is the document. This is the certificate of incorporation, certified true copy. And this is the result. And this one is the result of the search on Baker Hughes GE Company Nigeria. Are these the documents
Yes,
you
these are
referred
the
to?
documents.
Okay.
Correct. These are the documents.
My lord, we seek to tender those two documents referred to in paragraph 4 and 5. And regarding the document in paragraph 5, which is an electronically generated document, we have filed an affidavit of compliance in that regard. So we seek to tender all into evidence.
Put forward, I want therapy, education was not started. Process. I don't think that she's not to make a position or government so American not to make a position. So state to what systems are basically all I really say that it's not admissible by the evidence that it should be in such the position to change the first person as required to almost 7.1 C.
I think what they should do is certificates. This is what I should for no positive. So there is that competition for such. But they should produce a certificate for the one. These conditions will meet.
One problem in my doctor is trying to get is that the big one that sexually forward is one higher pay to make. I'm testing to watch the child the same on these documents. They are not smart. People's wrong picture of, and so they are not, you cannot speak as to what, of American people. Sorry, but American one way to come and be there. My circle somebody family the weakness who is going to give evidence who will have verified documents divided talk. I not the exact factors, that is why the section 117 says that every other that we take it to the court of shall be in the first person. I'm thinking the first person. If somebody else did it, then you have to state that if somebody else did it, you are relying on the actions of that person. I said my brother, I'm informed by paragraph of business.
Everything was Yes, it's from.
As a court, please, this matter, our response to the objection is simply that Section 84 of the Evidence Act is the relevant provision that guides the admissibility of electronically generated evidence. And there is nothing in Section 4 that says that the affidavit of compliance or certificate of authentication to be relied on to bring in an electronically generated evidence must be deposed by the witness themselves. As a matter of fact, a look at Section 84.
No, I refer to 117, 1C. 117, 1C. The evidence. 117, 1C.
Okay. As the court pleases, my lord, as I was saying, they look at Section 84 sub 3 BI that speaks about who is to depose to the certificate, says that 3 BI Section 84 4 BI. Yes. Yes, B. Yes, my lord. which states that dealing with any matters to which the condition mentioned in subsection 2 above relates and purporting to be signed by a person occupying a responsible position in relation to the operation of the relevant device or the management of the relevant activities, as the case may be, shall be evidence of the matter stated in the certificate. My lord, from the affidavit sworn to by Mr. Kayode Ogunmefun, clearly stated that he's aware that these documents were generated from a computer. And when he printed it out from the computer, he was the one who printed it out from the computer. He produced the details of the computer from which he printed it out from, my lord. And so we urging my lords to discountenance the arguments of the claimant counsel and admit this affidavit of compliance.
I would like to respond. Yes, my lord, my respectful response is that the section referred by my does not absorb the regulations of the publishers and reports to submit in which she must speak to directly. My favorite, she would not be able to pay this. Saying that if you are informed or I should bring it in news, somebody else, is, but there is no, woman from there with a litigation, plot. And, maybe it's not the not the next report. So the report and not choosing to do the line of to peace, but works, from this and then to go. That requiring section 1.7.1C. Please, that regarding John, in the first person, it means that the person doing it, reporting to the ordinary leading one to verify the contents of the decision. Understand the miracle is not clear, the open for concept and release. The meeting for confirmation. We just don't know.
Oh, no.
I also wish to. Buy property. And I read some. My difference.
No, follow the local change and we are up plan. The fancy one was personally very fast. It's fancy and fancy before. It's really from the mostly what is it saying? The results from searching things and see. We found that if okay, if I can read I would understand. If it's to send a file just as a process when I did for me. Is it probably into if not? Okay, the computer operator is a program that so does it probably looking as this snaps. You know, the one you think about it was implemented and be not as what we sure. It's not so you don't think that's the way to sure lines exist. It's it's all about conceptually the existing device in which is the first which has it. The join it was The shrewd face that is slightly pensive from strong spirit and confidence expected to focus to keep it up. Yes. So this is the reason. She was also made up such looking. It was to make up obsession for them. Margot, okay. Let's say fictional fruits and such rating. Such as usual now, I'm not going to be dealing with application. Jesus. Such awesome. She was awful. And with the next thing, she was not a good. It's probably the reason she forgot what's his thing. Was the things that which is not the easiest that it's really spent. So she has nothing she can find. Yeah, I'm not. So, no, it's like out there. I'll see how oh, that's I give you some pictures. I can finish it. I was really Is brought in from the 5 to the 6 to this coming to the department of the science. I came to doctor. But that's not the best of anyone.
As God please, I'm most grateful. Yes, Mrs. Ejiofor. Now that you have given your evidence and your documents have also been admitted into evidence, what do you want this court to do for you?
I want the Honorable Court to dismiss the claimant's case.
Madam, that will be all for examination in chief.
You didn't receive or miss, but to know how to address it.
Say that again.
I said, you know,
Please take that.
Absolutely.
Mrs., please.
Mrs. So Mrs. Ejiofor, are you aware that there has been a previous witness statement on oath, this case by Richard Baboni? Are you aware that there has been a previous statement on oath filed by Richard Baboni on 25th of September 2020?
I am not aware.
You are not aware.
My lord? I didn't hear the question, please.
Okay. So I'm not aware. What you told about it.
Yes, Richard Baboye is an ex-colleague.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Okay.
Yes, I know Richard Baboye as an ex-colleague.
You say you know him as what? As an ex-colleague.
As an ex-colleague, yes.
So you were colleagues at that time.
We were colleagues between 2021 till 2023. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
You say you were colleagues between 2021
and 2023.
2023. Since you told that you have not seen the position between now and the
No, I have not seen the deposition made on this case, sir.
I was going to ask you whether you could any aspect of safety. Are you aware that the claimant anticipated in relation to assist terminal benefits in relation to the state.
I'm sorry, I can't hear
Are you aware
sir
that
clearly.
the payment of terminal benefits in relation to the state, relation to the state?
I am not aware of. So let me say what I'm hearing. If I'm aware of an end of service benefits to the claimant, is that the question?
The question is if you're aware that the claimant has received the sum claimed in this matter,
I'm not
that she
aware.
has been paid the claim,
I'm
whether
not-
you are aware.
I'm not aware, my lord.
When you say you are the human resources partner, when did you become human resources partner?
I became the human resources manager in September of 2021.
September 2021.
Human resources.
Business partner since September of 2021.
Yes.
All you have said is what your actual appointment with the human resources partner.
Sorry, I did not get that question. There's a problem with that line, but when my lord speaks, I hear her clearly.
Okay, I am saying that you told us to give a business human resources partner in 2021. And therefore, the right is to say that you can only speak as to your actions after 2021.
Well, witness, you said you became business partner in 2021. So the question is, it means you can only speak to what happened after 2021 when you became a business partner at Shell.
Thank you, my lord, for that question and for repeating it. So yes, I became the HR manager, HR business partner in 2021. However, upon taking my role in Baker Hughes Company Limited, there are clearly records that one can reference and look into. We have situations where employees come back for reference letters and things like that, and we look at the past records that are available. So I can speak to matters that relate to the past, current, and moving forward in the future as it relates to Baker Hughes Company Limited.
Are you aware of the payment made because to the payment in terms of terminal benefit from any source? You are having records in your company that show that payment has been paid terminal benefit.
I am not aware. Thank you, sir. I'm not aware of any terminal benefits that have been paid to the claimant.
You are aware of any payment, any form of payment.
I'm not aware of any form of payment that has been made to the claimant.
You have only paid for Baker Hughes Company Limited. That's why you have. You say you have the human resources partner Limited. So you can only see in relation to that company.
Yes, I can only speak to transactions related to Baker Hughes Company Limited.
You can only speak to transaction relating to Baker Hughes Nigeria Limited.
No.
Baker Hughes Company.
Baker Hughes Company Limited.
Yes, that's my lord.
Yes. Yes, please.
Have you ever heard of a company, GE Oil and Gas?
Yes, witness. Have you ever heard of any company?
GE Oil and Gas.
I have not heard of that company, my lord.
Yes. Yes.
What of Baker Hughes in GE company?
I have not heard of that company.
Was not said of that stuff.
Any re-examination?
Man, there's no re-examination. No, we have another witness, my lord.
On the second one.
For the second defendant.
That's the only witness for
That's the
the
witness for the
first
first defendant, but the second defendant also have a witness for the second defendant.
What's the case of the second defendant?
Second defendant is saying that we are responsible for the transaction with the claimants. That's the case of the second. So the claims being made, purportedly being made against the first defendant should be made to the
So
second
if there's any judgment against the first defendant, the second defendant would naturally take it up. Is that it?
No, that's not the position. The first defendant is, we had argued before, my lord, that it was not a
But
defendant.
this case is not against the second defendant.
But we brought in the second defendant.
Yes,
The reason why we brought
but
in
the
this,
claimant is still saying it has no case against the second defendant. So the second defendant being a party is so that any judgment against the first defendant, the two of them can take responsibility. Because the second defendant is not defending any action. There's no action against the second
but we
defendant.
thought it was necessary, my lord, to bring in the second defendant because
The only witness we can have is the witness of the first defendant. Unless if the
my lord,
next
without the
witness,
second defendant,
Huh?
without the second defendant, this transaction cannot be explained. We are saying, if my
see,
lord,
let us clarify this. The issue has been raised earlier. The claimant says they have been paid. Is it who to pay the interest?
the first
That the
defendant
second
knows
defendant
nothing
is
about that
coming in to
transaction,
be
but the
judged.
second defendant is saying, yes, we are the ones that made that payment.
But who
second
paid the first
defendant.
defendant? Who paid the claimant?
The second defendant paid the claimant and says that
But
I've
in
made
the
full.
case of the claimant, if the claimant is not able to prove anything against the first defendant, then they go.
Madam, that is why we are. That's why we are. That's how, is the nature of. We've been hinting to the first defendant, to the claimant, that who you should go against is the second defendant. They are the ones who know about the transaction. They are the ones who made the payment that
And
we're
they don't
speaking
want
about.
they don't want to go against the second defendant.
But we don't know the first defendant does not exist in law. It's not a juristic person in law.
That's the problem of the first defendant. They have the claimants.
As
The
the court
claimant
pleases.
brought an action against a personality, and you're saying they shouldn't sue this person. They should sue you, and they say we are not suing you. We know the claimant.
As
So
the
let them
court
go ahead and
pleases.
prove the case against the first defendant that they know.
As the court pleases.
I don't see the second defendant coming in. It's just so that if there's any decision, they want to buy the liability, and that's up to them.
But madam, we think that they need to give their
But
evidence.
there's no case against them. The claimant has consistently said there's no case against them. I will
As the
record this.
court pleases. As the court pleases.
So I'd like to read out what I have written down. So the first counsel said we have one more witness, the witness of the second defendant. And from what has gone on in this case, the claimant's position is that we have no case against the second defendant. The first defendant has paid us. It is only the interest that we are pursuing. the first counsel, it is the second defendant that made the payment. Claimants counsel, we were paid by the first defendant and we do not know the second defendant. The claimant has consistently said they have been paid their claim by the first defendant and have no claim against the second defendant. Second defendant's joinder is to enable them to be bound by the judgment against the first defendant, since they insist they have responsibility to assume the liabilities of the first defendant. There is no case against the second defendant to defend. That's it. So the matter will be adjourned for final address. Mr. Lowman.
It's convenient for the defendant.
5th of November. 5th of November. I just need to inform council that that day, even if the processes are all late, parties may not adopt, because we have a list of those who are waiting for adoption, and we're taking them as, the earlier ones. No, you're not like it. It's just that we have that list that we don't want to be jumping, to go and look at the issues. We just take them as they come.
I was in the case that we haven't got in my court, but I got the agreement. It's not to kill. It's only a I look at the constitution. I'm going to read about it. I'm going to read about because all of the country. So what we read out to do, that's how I was just concerned about what we can do to help not necessarily this for. Because it's because we can encourage them to have it's not. That regarding nominations, I got so that we come to the beginning of. So it's not. I thought that probably. We finish so many like that. I'm right. Oh, I'm trying to. Okay. Let's take it.
I don't think I can apply to discharge the witness. Okay. As God pleases.
God pleases. But